the annual Winter Music Conference, it's all about the DJ. In fact, the conference has taken second stage to the DJ-inspired parties that feature the biggest and best DJs in the world. And it all began with one party, Magic Sessions.
The Magic Sessions thing started with a studio session, I think Tony Humphries remixing Desire, Coming On Strong. And Tony was reigning then.
When I was at Elektra Records, I commissioned Tony Humphries to do a remix on a record for me, and he brought in Todd Terry to do some arrangement for him and some programming for him, and Louis showed up in the studio, and so did Kenny that day. So next thing you know, they were all working on it. I was like, oh my God, this is magical. I can't believe I have all these guys working on one record together. And it was a record by the name of, a group by the name of Desire called Coming On Strong. I took a picture of it and I sent it to Larry Flick at Billboard, and I called it a Magic Session. And just meaning it was a recording session, I put a Magic Session, and he printed the photo with that title.
The year that Desire was really big, Leslie decided to have a party in Miami and decided that she would ask those 4 guys to play for the party, and then also called it the Magic Session. So that's how the Magic Session started. And if you ask me, it's what gave the Winter Music Conference its name. And they'll never admit it. But I'm telling you, because the year before that, there would be about 5 or 6 people from the UK. The community was so small that you knew everybody. So the next year you went there, you knew the 5 extra people that weren't from there the year before. Honestly, it was just that small. You know, it was just that small.
And this was in 1990, and nobody even, I mean, the public at large didn't even know Kenny Dope was a DJ. And people in New York knew Louis, but from New York clubs, they didn't know who he was internationally. This was the beginning of Masters at Work, and Tony was really sort of the prominent DJ at that time. Todd was more of a producer than anything else. So we did that party. It was very, very successful. It was the first party that became an annual party at the Winter Music Conference.
No. There was one party. There was one party, the Winter Music Big Extravaganza, until Leslie did the Magic Session. And I think that was the first party, and I think the next year, Danny Tenaglia also had a party. And so there were 2 parties and the Winter Music Conference party. Now, the Winter Music party sometimes lost to the Magic Session because it was on the same night. But anyway, it just started growing. It started growing. The next year, the hotel was sold out. You had to go to the hotel next door. The next, you know, and I mean, it was like this snowball. But anyway, the Magic Session, I'll tell you this Magic Session, it was one of the best parties I've ever been to, the first one, and the second one, and the third one. And Tony Humphries was on top of the game then.
We're coming with our guns. I mean, it's pretty competitive, let me tell you.
And this was when he would play a record, and the next week, all the distributors would be sold out of it because one DJ played Plastic Dreams, a record that was definitely out for like a month. Tony Humphries dropped it, and you couldn't find it.
It's sort of hard to do an hour and a half to 2 hours. I'd say that's the most difficult thing, you know, to play either the new things that people going to hear or to do our own thing. It's just very hard to do, you know, a short set.
How do I feel about Magic Sessions? It's, you know, it's my baby. I'm proud of it, and if I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it right. And when I feel like I've had enough, or the DJs feel like we've had enough, it'll be a wrap.